Hi, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. We struggled to hit record on this episode, not for any extreme reasons, just because we are bad at technology. And I decided that I wanted a microphone upgrade and I wanted Nick to have his own microphone when he gets to be a special co-host guest like he is once a month. And I thought I'd get really technical and cool about it. But we spent probably an hour trying to just get these things plugged in, and we could be still wrong, but we're just going with it. So that's where we're starting from today. Nick, how are you feeling?
I've had better days.
This is a very DIY podcast. I'm trying my best. I'm learning as I go, but I don't have a producer or anyone helping me. Just you when you feel chivalrous.
I'm pretty sure that I got us up and running today with little to no experience about how any of this works. I've never even heard of a Zencaster until about an hour ago. So here we are.
Thank you for helping me. I think we need a deep breath before we get into all the things we're going to talk about today. I do personally, so let's take a breath.
You just need to power through it.
Okay, so it's going to be another one of those episodes where we talk about all of the things and we kind of see where this hour is going to take us. It's like us inviting you into our home to hang out with us because we're a really good time. Ask around.
Well, that's my line. So
anything
get your own.
Anything that I say that's funny now is just me repeating what you say or lines that you have used. So I have none of my own material anymore. That's okay. But I am funnier now because I'm around you all the time. So I'm winning here. But today we are going to talk about what we've been up to lately, what's been going on with us, and then a lot of the TV shows that we've been watching, which I'm sure you guys have been watching too. We're just going to go for it. Nick, you've been traveling a lot lately. You're back at it. You're back on. Yeah. Does he look tired, everybody? You're back on the road, living the road life. You and I switched places where I left for 2 months and I was traveling every day, and now you are back to traveling.
Not every day. I'm not gone for 3 months. I'm gone for a day, and then I come back to my family.
As you can see, we barely survived those 2 months and
3.
It was not 3. Felt like 3.
It was 2.5. I mean, because you left early.
Yeah. So Nick is now back on the road. How does it feel to be back? You're traveling for work again. You get to see people in person. You get to be in the field. How's it feel?
I mean, the projects that I'm working on are awesome, and the teams of people that I get to work with have been really cool and really fun to work with and easy to work with. So that's made it easier. But traveling has not gotten any easier. It's gotten harder. Yeah, I mean, I got stuck in Minneapolis last week and was not prepared for that. I had an easy layover in Minneapolis for about an hour and then head home, and ended up missing my connection, scrambling on last Thursday night, right, to get a hotel at 11 o'clock or 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Don't have a rental car, so I have to get an Uber. So it was fun. Didn't miss that aspect of traveling, but I guess it's a nice change of pace. Gives her a break from me. So
yeah, it gives Dixie and I girl time.
Dixie's a tomboy. She doesn't need girl time.
Dixie's a girl's girl. Don't get it twisted.
She's like Icebox from Little Giants, if you've ever seen that.
Explain that reference because I don't get
Icebox? It. Icebox is the coach's daughter, and she's a tomboy. So she starts playing. She wants to play football she wants to play for her dad, but the quarterback that just moved to town, she has a crush on, and she wants to impress him. And typically, he goes after the cheerleading types. So she tries to become a cheerleader, tries to become a girly girl, but deep down, she's not a cheerleader. She's a football player. She's Icebox.
And you're saying that Icebox is Dixie?
Yeah.
Kind of like Hayden Panettiere in Remember the Titans.
Yes. That was a good reference.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I'm proud of myself. What would you say is a travel tip Anything you picked up from this road life of yours?
Expect the unexpected. It used to be that, 52-minute layover was not a big deal. Actually, the perfect amount of time because maybe it's even if it takes 30 minutes to get off of the plane, which sometimes that does happen. You still have 22 minutes to get to the next gate before the plane takes off. That's plenty of time. Nowadays, don't schedule any amount of layover less than an hour and a half. And fly at weird times of the day. Like either fly really early in the morning or fly last flight out at night and try to take as many direct flights as possible. Because that's where you get that's where shit gets hairy is when you have to make connections and whatever. So fly direct if possible. Extend the new recommended layover time and just go ahead and prepare for the unexpected because it's going to happen.
Before I met you, I was a traveler who arrived to the airport and had to skip the security line and tell people my flight's about to leave because I was so late. That was me going to the airport.
Hate
Now
people
we're
like
like
me.
8 hours early. We're there before we even need to be there. We
I
got
hate
clear. We're doing all of the things.
one of my biggest pet peeves. Okay. I know we've done this segment quite a bit, and this is not really a segment. This is just me telling you what my biggest pet peeve is. Probably number one is people who like fail to prepare for something and then try to make it somebody else's problem. Like, for instance, people who get pissed at me for not letting them skip in line at the airport because they're about to miss their flight. That's
Oh,
on
you
you.
don't let them skip.
Not my problem. I'm in a hurry too. Everybody here's in a hurry. We're at the airport. The plane's it's not gonna wait for us. It's taking off regardless. So everyone's trying to make it to their flight on time. Because you decided to sleep in and not have any accountability, you're not gonna make that my problem. You're not gonna stress me out.
You ever heard of paying it forward? So
No,
say
I
if you were
absolutely have paid it forward, and I've heard of paying it forward. But if you fail to plan, don't make that my problem. It's not my stress.
see, I would have hated you in the line back in the day.
You probably well, if
I
I saw
rolled my
you, I
eyes.
would probably like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you need help with your bag? Um, Same thing like driving. If you like fly up on my ass and I take a little bit extra time getting out of your way and you get pissed, like don't get pissed at me. You're the one who's late.
I again was that person too.
Sure, I don't know what you're going through, but you don't know what I'm going through. Like you could just be an asshole driver. Don't make that my problem that you're late.
I'm always late.
Have some accountability.
How do you feel about the people who stand up on an airplane before at the very back? They're in row 32D and they're ready to go.
They should be put in prison. There should be
A special place in hell for those people.
yeah. I mean, it's just like it doesn't do anything. Like unless you have like restless leg syndrome and you absolutely need to stand up, which you're given plenty of time throughout the flight to stand up. Like even if the seatbelt sign is on and you're having rough air, like people still get up and like rock a piss in the middle of the flight. Like they're not going to arrest you if you stand up. So like don't act like you don't have time throughout the flight to stretch your legs a little bit.
Also, those people are the ones who have a connecting flight like you. Like, do you think that there should be an unwritten rule that if you have a 50-minute connection between one flight to the next, that you should be allowed to get off the plane first?
I mean, I would love for that to happen, but you're going to have a situation where unless like the flight attendants are calling people out by seat, like, Nick Weeby in seat whatever, 22B, we know that you have a connecting flight. If you'd like to head to the front of the plane now and exit before everyone else, and then you have the option to do that. I knew that I was missing my connection and I just sat there in my seat. Like I would have let everybody go because what am I going to do? I don't have anywhere to go and I missed my flight. So,
Yes. So, welcome back from your travels. Thank you for taking one for the family. Someone's got to do it. I never say when you're out of the house because I'm afraid. I always get extreme anxiety when you're not here, even though I lived by myself for years. Whenever you're not in the house, I just get really nervous. So I check like the downstairs, make sure it's locked. I don't go on social media and say that you're not in town. And then I have anxiety for most of the night and I don't really sleep well. But then Dixie wakes me up way earlier. So he's the one that will wake up with Dixie. He's the morning guy. So when we have kids one day, you're going to be that morning guy. I'll be the nighttime nurse. You'll be the morning guy. I can't wait to edit this out. I cannot wait to edit all of the things that you just said out. My favorite thing to do, be making my job that much harder.
Those are for Kevin.
Kevin's going to have his own separate playlist. Kevin is your brother, of just all the things I've edited out that we're just going to send him. We'll give it to him for his birthday present.
Kevin is my brother. How did you know that?
I'm telling the people who are listening to us who don't know who the hell Kevin is.
Wow. You did do your research, didn't you, before I came on here?
Yeah. I like to really stalk my guests, and I did learn that Kevin is your brother.
Wow.
Kevin Weeby, everybody. One other thing that I want to go over before we jump into a little game we're going to play is that Dixie is having a friend come over this weekend. We're babysitting her friend Mott's. I'm a little scared that she's going to be pissed and think that we got a new puppy. That's what I'm a little afraid for.
I don't think so. I think she would love to have a friend or a sibling.
Are you saying I should get pregnant?
No. God, no. What? No, I was talking about a dog.
Oh.
Another dog. Yeah, I think she craves playtime, and I don't think, obviously, we don't give her enough of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
we were this close to adopting another dog this week or last week. Is that dog still available?
I don't know.
So Nick's old roommate / coworker / friend just got a new bulldog.
And / my new boss.
A lot of slashes. He wears a lot of hats. They just got a new bulldog from the same people that we got Dixie from. And there was one more left in the litter. And he wanted us to adopt it. And I was very, very close. I mean, you don't tell me twice. If you say cute puppy, new gift, I'm here. I'm here for it. But you said no.
I mean, dude, people don't realize how much work a puppy is. So I don't think we're cut out for 2 dogs right now. Right now. Yeah. We both have a lot going on, so.
Trying to record podcasts.
Yeah, we can't even, don't even get me started on another dog. Yeah, we can't handle 2 microphones, let alone 2 dogs. So.
I also I've only been gifted dogs as they were full grown, and I never had to deal with the puppy stage. So to me, it just seems like easy breezy because they're already trained and fully in their habits when I get a hold of them. But
the puppy stage is fun, but it's also a ton of work because it's a dog who is hasn't quite figured out yet that it could kind of take care of itself. It is a wild animal at its core, at the cellular level. It is a wild animal.
Zoology today.
Don't use big words with me. But yeah, when they're in that puppy stage, you're just they look to you for everything. They don't know when they're supposed to eat. They don't know how much they're supposed to eat. They don't know how fast they're supposed to eat. So it's just a lot of work. They go to the bathroom where they sleep. I mean, we're not dealing with a fully developed being yet.
And then there comes a time where they start dictating everything that you do. Where now we live our life by what Dixie tells us to do. If she wants to get up out of bed, we have to get up out of bed. If she needs to go to the bathroom, we have to get up. If she wants to eat right now, she's going to eat right now. Or she'll annoy the crap out of you until you get up and feed her. Or if she wants to go to bed at 7 p.m., we're going to bed at 7 p.m. Because she will sit and stare at us until she breaks us down.
Yeah, you just don't have the energy to fight it. So you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's a lot like marriage, I assume.
Yeah.
Because you just, at some point, you're just like, yeah, that's whatever. That's fine. That works. I don't have the energy to fight with you right now about it, or even offer up a differing opinion. So sure.
I mean,
let's eat there.
That sounds like a good future for me. It sounds like I get to make a lot of the decisions. Sounds great.
I mean, it's already started. Don't get it twisted. We're there. And I don't think a ring's going to change anything.
Okay. Let's move on from that. Let's play a game.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Nick loves games. Everything that we do on this podcast is everything he loves to do. Sit and talk to me for an hour, play games, give advice. So we're going to play a game. Because until you tell me of other things that we can talk about, we're just going to go with what I want to do. Okay. Like I said, it's us inviting you to our home. This is what it looks like on a daily basis here. I call the shots. So, have you seen that thing on TikTok where everyone says she's a 10, or he's a 7, but have you seen those videos? No. Don't lie.
I really haven't.
Well, if you're
I
keeping
even
up,
got prepped for this section.
well, if you're keeping up with the kids, like I'm doing, that's what they're talking about. That's what they're doing.
As soon as you said we're going to play a game, my asshole puckered because I remembered that you said that we were going to do this, and I completely forgot.
And you had hours to prep.
I also have hours of work to do. So,
well,
here we are.
Time with me is priceless. So we're going to play that game where I say something that a girl would do, and then you say what a guy would do. So you're going to figure it out in the moment. They're probably going to be better than mine. You ready to play?
I guess.
You get the rule?
Not really.
They get the rules though. So basically I'm going to say she's a blank, but she does this. What? And then you'll say what number is she now based on the details I revealed to you.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First one. She's a 10, but she snores.
11.
Why 11?
Someone I know snores a lot, and I'm not talking about Dixie. So
you were snoring really loud last night. That's really loud.
Literally just saying this for the episode.
No, I shook you. I was still reading, so I let you have it. But Dixie, I got the surround sound.
Let me have it. I can't snore one day out of the year. Oh man.
What? Tell them.
I get tortured 365 days out of the year.
From what?
From you snoring.
It's not that bad.
It is that bad. I feel like I'm in Guantanamo Bay.
Should I go to a doctor?
What?
Should I go to a doctor? Does it help when I wear the nose strips? Does it help?
I don't know because I don't know when you put the nose strips on.
I haven't been wearing them because
okay, well then no.
I didn't feel like it was doing anything. We'll go back to the nose strips. We'll try.
Please try anything.
Well, I was going to tape my mouth.
Also try moving that knee out of my leg.
I was going to tape my mouth. We love each other. I was going to tape my mouth and open up my nose because it was recommended to me and I saw people were doing that. But I'm a little afraid that there's going to be a news headline the next day. Girl kills herself on accident by taping her mouth shut to try to stop snoring.
No one said tape your mouth shut.
Someone
Whoever told you to do that?
People have been doing it.
Okay. People have been smoking for a lot of years too.
They don't want to be mouth breathers, so they'll tape their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to breathe out of their mouths, so in order to do that, they'll tape their mouths.
Yeah. People also used to give their children whiskey if they were teething. But we now know probably not a great idea.
Everyone turned out okay.
Okay.
That was a long time ago. She's a 7, but she doesn't close cabinets.
Ooh. God damn. She's single is what she is.
I'm surprised. Was I just really well behaved when I first moved in here?
What do you mean?
When I first got here, do you remember? Did you just not see me doing the things that you had rose-colored glasses on?
Honestly, if we're being honest, yeah. I didn't care because I was I really like this girl and I don't think I paid attention to it enough. Mm-hmm. Or I just figured I guess we weren't together long enough for me to realize that this is not just an accident. This is a habit. She didn't just make a mistake. She formed a habit.
Because I don't remember. Well, I remember being here initially, and I wasn't trying to be the cool girl and not do my bad habits. I feel like I fully was myself. So you just
which is what I wanted, but at the same time, eventually I'm gonna be that bothers me, and I don't think I can not tell her anymore.
Yeah,
any longer.
You've installed soft close on all the cabinets. because I was slamming them too when I
Yeah,
did post them.
that was like, I've never seen someone just take complete extremes. Like, she either leaves the cabinet open or she damn near splits it in half by closing it. I don't even know what camera to look at right now.
It's like we're on a like the Today Show. We're like camera one, camera two. This is high production quality here. We got a full studio going out of this office.
High quality shit we're talking.
Okay, now you go with the guy. He's a blank butt.
He's a 10, but he drives a loud Honda Civic with an aftermarket exhaust. Like, I can't stand that.
I don't think I've ever seen a guy that's a 10 drive a car like that. Sucks. Sorry.
Good call. No, that's a dumb
10,
one.
that means he's a 5. I'll give him a 5 then.
Okay.
I don't know what's the deal with people. Can you get into the psyche of someone who needs to rev their engine and produce noise from their car? Is it just a bad car, or are they doing something physically to make that noise happen?
No, I mean, are you talking about like the loudness of the exhaust? Like that's something they definitely did, unless it's a shitty car. Like that's something that they installed to sound like that.
You literally, it's like when you had your bike back in the day and you'd clip a card to it so it made that motor sound. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They added something to the card to produce that sound.
Yes.
That's so dumb.
I mean, it's like hey, look at me. Listen to me. I'm loud. I have power now. You have a shitty car and it sounds horrible.
My favorite thing that you do, anytime we hear one of those drive by, you go, that dude has a
huge hog.
every time.
I mean, I can't even imagine what it must be like to look for pants. You want to talk about a burden? Whatever is between that individual's legs. I feel for him. That guy, God damn it. Just the burden that he must feel every day.
She's an 8, but she dated your brother.
She's an 8, but she dated my brother.
Before she dated you.
Do I know that she dated my brother?
Yeah.
I'm a shitty brother.
So what does that make her? What number would you give her?
Well, if it was in high school, that makes her a Jersey chaser. I don't know.
A lower
I mean, honestly, it makes her a psychopath. Like, why would you want to date somebody's brother?
I feel like,
especially the younger version of the younger brother.
Maybe when you blossomed, they're like, oh, young Weeby is looking pretty good. Maybe I had both Weebies.
Honestly, no, that never happened.
If I was a guessing woman, I would say there were some girls out there that wanted to date both of you, like a younger girl. It's like, oh, I would love to date one of the Weeby brothers or both.
Yeah, but they didn't, is what I'm saying.
So you guys never dated the same
girl? No, that doesn't, no. That would never happen.
It happens in shows.
In shows. No, that wouldn't happen.
I mean, just this episode of The Bachelor, there was twins that came on to date the 2 women. Well, I guess that's 2 women, but there have been twins that have come on the show before to date the same guy.
Also, again, a show. Like, that doesn't happen.
A reality TV show.
Like, if those 2 dudes went up to a girl in real life and like, hey, we'd like to both date you. The girl would be like, no.
But if the roles were reversed and it was a guy and 2 girls came up to them, then he'd be like, yeah.
I think, like,
let's date.
Hollywood would have you believe that that's how most guys would be, but like, one girlfriend is enough work in some cases. Like, why would you want to have to? Why would you double that?
You're saying it's just too much work.
Like, we always talk about it, like the anxiety that somebody must feel to like step outside of their marriage. Like, imagine doubling that anxiety. Like, if you're a piece of shit and you're dating 2 girls, like imagine having to live with double the anxiety Not one person's going to find out and get pissed. There's two.
People like to live on the edge like that. They want to.
Those people are called assholes.
I actually had a friend who was dating a guy. He had a full other family. She found out later on. I don't know how. How do you keep that many secrets? Cheating's one thing, but to have like a full family that you're having to report to.
I would check his backyard.
What does that mean?
I would check I'm sure his body's buried in his backyard.
We're exaggerating a little here. Do one for me.
He's a 6, but he's not into sports.
Ooh, 12.
God, dude, no.
Yeah, he times it by 2. That's sports math. I mean, I appreciate. I do. My brother doesn't like sports. I appreciate.
Your brother played sports.
Not by choice.
Yeah, but okay, your brother played sports because he knew that he was better than everyone, and it wasn't really about like winning for him. It was just him probably showing people like, I don't even like doing this, and I'm still better than this of you.
Yeah, that would really piss people off. That's an alpha move.
I love it. It is an alpha move. He may not want to admit that that's an alpha move, but it is.
Respect it. She's a 6. I'll say she's a 7, but she wears a ton of makeup, like a lot of makeup.
Well, then she's really a 4. Like she's.
You're not a big makeup guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say if she's a 6 and she wears a ton of makeup, then even with the makeup, she's not a 6. Like that's not a good look. Like it's.
Those transition videos
very deceiving
that you see of people with no makeup on, like the ones that are really crazy on TikTok where they're completely different people. Those blow my mind. I don't understand.
And well, what I don't understand is like sometimes even when they're completely different people, like they look better without makeup on. Why are you putting so much like you're naturally pretty, like why are you putting so much makeup on?
Yeah, there's a girl that takes like a wad of foundation in her hand and goes like this and just layers it. And she does a beautiful job. She's really good at makeup, but it's just so much makeup. Can't breathe.
I just don't feel like it's worth it.
I used to spend so many hours getting like I spend a lot of time getting ready now, but times that by me and my friend Casey would get excited about spending the whole day getting ready. Like I could spend a whole entire day getting ready, like as if every party I was going to was my wedding. That's how I would get ready for things because it was fun. I don't know what we were doing for that many hours.
Can't relate. Next topic.
give me one.
I
can go again.
He's a go again because I'm getting to the point right now where
oh God. I need you to stick with me. I need you to take a breath. She's an 8, but she loves to talk about politics on social media, like constantly, every topic.
I'm not interested because I don't care either way. If you whatever way you lean, don't care. Don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You can vote on people who have the ability to change the world, but you're not going to change my mind. Even if I agree with you, I probably will change my mind.
Out of spite.
Out of spite.
That's what we're dealing with. She's a 4, but she's flexible.
Like schedule-wise or... probably about a 8.
Oh, that. Well.
I mean, if she's flexible, she probably is active and takes care of her body. And I mean,
yeah,
you don't have to completely go towards the sexual angle.
Most people do.
Well,
that's all you had to show guys in like middle school that you could do the V-sit really well. And they were like, oh,
what the hell the V-sit is, but
you didn't do the V-sit and reach. You sit down, you put your legs in front of you, you have like a ruler that measured. You take.
Oh yeah.
You lean forward.
I beat most of the girls in my class. Sports, really? Yeah.
On the V-sit and reach, you beat most girls? It's surprising to me because you don't have very limber hamstrings.
Yeah, I do.
We're going to test this out later.
Yeah.
I actually don't have very flexible hamstrings. That's not where my flexibility. It's mine goes outward. But we don't need to keep talking about that.
This is weird, yeah.
A couple more.
I don't like it. Change the topic.
She's a 10, but she was one of your mom's cheerleaders, or is one of your mom's cheerleaders.
Don't do that. then she's off limits, according to Linda.
She's a 5, but she loves The Bachelor.
Well, is this pre you or post you?
This is pre me.
I mean, every girl that you really talk to, and anyone who's listening to this podcast probably watches The Bachelor.
Yeah.
So that's a next one.
She's a 6, but she hates country music.
I feel like in my case, it should be she's a 10, but she hates country music.
Oh, I'm a 10?
Talking about you, like in your case?
This is just what the cards are saying.
Oh, no, I said the cards as in what she wrote down in her notebook. Okay. Full transparency.
It's written in stone.
I said, are you talking about like in my case?
Yeah, sure.
Like if you're talking to, because like some dudes may be like, oh, she doesn't like country music, 10. But like in my case, if you're a 10 and you don't like country music, you're really probably a 4 because I like all music. You like country. This is coming from a girl who every time I get in her car, Dan and Shay comes on. And I know Dan and Shay is not really country music, but technically they are. Okay. I know they don't sound like country, but that's what sick country sounds like today, unfortunately.
You're not wrong.
Don't get offended. Don't act like you're not a country music fan.
I don't know what it is about Dan and Shay, but they really just make me happy.
Well, then country music makes you happy. Modern day country music makes you happy.
Pop music then makes me happy. All right, let's wrap this up.
Thank God.
She's a 7, but she wants to define the relationship immediately.
Then she is single.
Last one. She's a 9, but takes photos of her food every time you go out.
And she's a 10. And she's my fiance.
It's so pretty. Why would you not?
Why would I not? I've done it. I've not done it for 31 years. I'm not going to start.
Well, you choose to ruin every picture I put up. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was fun. I had so much fun. Thanks for playing.
Wasn't really given an opportunity to say no.
You kind of liked that one though.
No.
Okay. Cool. Let's talk about the shows we've been watching recently.
Okay.
I was shocked that you sat down and watched the entire season of The Summer I Turned Pretty with me this past Sunday.
Also hungover a little bit, so wasn't going to be moving.
You're the opposite person when it comes to being hungover, where most people get like angry and mean when they're hungover and just super tired. You get like giddy and happy and more kind than you ever are when you're hungover. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
But I loved it.
Don't get used to it because I don't drink very often.
That's true. Did you like the show? What did you think?
I mean, a lot of the shows that we watch, and I say we because I just happen to be in the room, I don't really get a say. So the shows that you watch, it's not that I like them, but like once you start them, I can't not keep seeing what's happening. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I need to pay attention because one day you're going to turn on an episode and I'm going to be completely lost and it's just going to upset me because I don't know what's going on. So I feel like I might as well just be invested initially.
This happened with Outer Banks too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care if there's a season 2, but if she starts watching it, then I have to watch it because I've already seen the first season.
That made me so happy that you sat through that whole season with me. I thought you were going to make me go in the other room and watch it. The Summer I Turned Pretty. Because sometimes that happens where you physically can't take it anymore, and Dixie and I will go in the other room and we'll watch it.
No. Dixie and her will not go in the other room. I have to go into the other room in my own house.
You're outnumbered 2 girls to 1 boy.
No.
So, majority rules. Which team are you? Jeremiah or Conrad? Let's settle this debate. Be honest.
I mean, listen.
If you had to pick the perfect one for Belly, who was the main character, who would you pick?
Conrad, because I feel like Jeremiah was like purposefully doing stuff to like sabotage Conrad and like make him not as appealing to Belly.
Yeah.
I hate that I'm talking about this. I hope you know that.
We have common ground. I mean, it's something that all of the ladies are loving right now. It's really big. You saw how many comments I posted about it. I was like, pick a team. People had a lot to say about it. I'm also reading the books, and I realize that I'm actually reading at a elementary school level right now that I'm reading the books, but I'm really
Join the
into them.
club.
I gotta see what happens. I'm not gonna reveal anything, but I'm team Conrad because everyone loves a bad boy. Everyone wants the one that they can't get. Like you, everyone wants the one that's like a little makes you like gives you a little bit and just to keep you along and then removes it and takes it away. Like
When have I ever done that to you?
I'm not talking I'm just saying in general, when you're growing up like that or when you're first starting dating, the one that teases you, the one that's playing hard to get, that's the one you want because it's a challenge. And that's what Conrad's doing, where Jeremiah is available, he's ready, he's easygoing. Why are you laughing? You also said while watching this that you can remember the time where the summer that you turned pretty, essentially.
I don't ever remember saying that.
Not in those words, but basically, you remember the time where girls started noticing you and you started noticing girls. When was that?
No, I've always noticed girls. Don't get it twisted.
Always noticed girls?
Yeah.
It took me until like 7th grade to like want boys to notice me. In 6th grade, I do remember trying to make myself not so attractive so that boys would leave me alone because I wanted to focus on my studies. I literally did that.
Look where we are. Should really put that education to work.
I'm smarter than I appear.
That was good.
What summer did you turn pretty?
I think it was going into, I'm not going to say turn pretty. I'm going to say
Handsome.
Got a little bit more attention from girls. Was probably going into 8th grade. Because I was like, I mean, that's when I started like kind of hitting a growth spurt. And then really after my freshman year of high school, I was kind of like done growing and I wasn't little weeby anymore.
Did things change for you mentally when you realized that girls started liking you? Did you start acting different or?
I mean, I'm sure people I went to school with would tell you differently. I don't really think that I did. I mean, yeah. I guess that you're lying to yourself if you say that that doesn't change you a little bit, like a little self-confidence,
A little boost.
a little reassurance from other people.
My summer I turned pretty was when I got my braces off. It's a big step. You never had to have
Was that
braces.
2 years ago?
Yeah. Shut up. I wear headgear.
I did not ever have to have braces.
Yeah, but you didn't have to go through that.
None of the weeby kids did.
That's insane to me. Hopefully our kids don't have to because that's one of the hardest things is there's a period of time where you just look busted up for a bit with the braces. And some girls had really big teeth so they could wear braces and it looked good, but I have small teeth and I just look like brace face.
Hmm.
Did you watch that show?
No.
You missed out. So you're Team Conrad.
Yeah.
You said you also watched shows like this growing up so you could peer into the minds of women and what they liked. You referenced Laguna Beach when we were talking about it.
I don't necessarily think I'd watch that to like study and like.
I mean, you weren't like taking notes while watching.
But like that's what everyone was watching. Like
I'm sure something seeped in.
like that was part of how like the girls at our school literally like would cater how their personalities and like how they acted towards boys according to those shows. How they would like follow the lead of like girls from Laguna Beach or the Hills or like whatever.
1000%. I remember.
Like, they would watch the show and I'm sure they're like, that's so us. Like we do the same thing. Like, no, you don't.
I just remember wanting my high school experience to be like that. We dressed like them. We wore the jean skirts, the popped collared polos, the UGG boots. I just dreamed of having like drama with boys and boys asking me out, like all of the things that
Dreamed of being in a love triangle. Like
my dream was to be in a love triangle.
And I was the type of guy that would make that dream happen for you.
You'd be Steven.
In
that situation.
I don't know.
You said that he was a player and you liked it. You
respected it. I did say I respected it. What I said was, I didn't say I liked it. I said that's what girls liked, so that's what I like.
I mean, you kept us coming back. It's a great strategy to have, at least for adolescents. Everyone's going to have that experience once in their life. It's a rite of passage.
It's not hard.
No, it's really
You just
not.
act like you don't care.
It was a playbook.
I also like didn't do it necessarily like intentionally, like fully intentional. Like there's like that area or that time period in your life where you're like, yeah, some of my friends have girlfriends and like I see the benefits of that, but I also want to hang with the boys and like football season's coming up and like I don't necessarily need a girlfriend, but like I don't want to not be talking to someone and like the clash of those two worlds is gives birth to the person that I was in high school.
A dick.
No.
I'll have to cross-reference that with your sister.
Go ahead. She will corroborate.
Big words. Look at us.
Don't ever question my vocabulary.
Were you team Lauren or team Kristen back then?
Honestly, I don't really remember like all the drama.
Drama.
Like I remember watching the later seasons where it was like kind of like different people.
You said you were team Lauren the other day. You said you liked Lauren.
Probably.
But now looking back with fresh eyes, Lauren was the problem. Well, Steven was really the problem, let's be honest.
I mean, I can't talk to you about this because I don't know. I don't remember like the details
We'll
of it.
pull it back. We did watch it coming home one night, a little tipsy. We did watch it. It's on Amazon. You can watch it. One other show we started watching this week. We're going to try to get back into The Bachelorette. I'm intrigued by having two women. I'm really just intrigued to see how this is going to go. It's very possible to create a shit show with what they decided to do with casting, having two women, the same amount of guys basically, and just, not really a lot of rules set in place for how it's going to go.
You don't think they thought about that?
Yeah.
That's the exact reason that they've made that show the way that it is.
They do know what they're doing.
They were like, this could either like really work out, which is good, or this could be really bad and be an absolute goat rodeo, which is also good.
Yeah. They've dealt with a lot of goat rodeos lately. I'm surprised they didn't want just like a nice, even, Tristan, Ryan, OG type of happy ending.
Because that doesn't like keep people talking about it until the next season.
True.
Like if they just end up happily ever after and like that's it, and then like people aren't still talking about it until the next season, like that's all it's about.
Makes it hard to believe in love.
You think?
We had Michelle and Nate broke up before the new season even started.
Yeah.
And they had 200 grand that we don't really know what's going to happen to. So they gave them 200 grand at the end of their season to hopefully help them move in together and hopefully.
Is that like common knowledge?
Yeah, it was on the show.
Really?
It was at the final rose. They were like, here's a $200,000 check. Yeah. Because I think their intention with it was like, we can't have another breakup. Like, we need this to work. We need a happy ending. No.
100 grand for the both of them.
We split C's. I think this is going to be a good one. I hope it is. But you were in and out already. Who is your money on for winning? You liked, what's it called? Forklift guy? Forklift guy.
That's a joke.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know. It's like a thing on it's like a meme thing. Like promoting being forklift certified. Like almost like being a bad boy. Like he's forklift certified. Like he drives a motorcycle.
I got many DMs being like, "Oh, my husband's forklift certified," or
he's highly sought after individual.
So if you're looking for the right type of guy, guys, if they say that they're forklift certified, I would add that to the pro list versus con. How do you think that you would have been if, say, we didn't meet the way we did and you went on The Bachelorette? What would have been your strategy, you think? Because I feel like you would have actually been pretty successful. You have a lot of the makings of a good contestant.
I honestly don't think I would have, like if we're being completely honest, I don't think I would have lasted long.
Really?
Yeah.
You would have been quiet?
No. I don't think I would have been quiet. I don't think I would have followed the rules of the producers. try to like lead me into talking about things that I don't necessarily want to talk about, or telling me when I should talk about certain aspects of my life. Like I would be like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do that. And they would probably be like, okay, well, why don't you just go home?
I think in those situations, but you have a really good story that they would want to hear about. They would, if I'm imagining myself on your season, if I was your producer or a producer, I would put you on the first date. So you like didn't really get to talk to the guys yet. You didn't really know how it went. So then you were on the first date and you got to tell your story and you were a front runner from the beginning. That's the way that you would have been successful versus like letting you steam. Because I don't think you would have had to have that connection really quickly. Because if you saw all the guys like freaking out about this one girl and like you didn't have a connection, you'd be like, I'm good. I'm gonna leave.
I'm going to go home because this is weird. It's gotten very weird. I don't know. I don't know what I thought this was going to be, but it's definitely not that.
That would have been my strategy. Um, what do you think makes you said the other day it was funny that you would just your entrance in the limo would be tell them.
I'll just be like, just go walk straight past them and just be like, you'll find me. I'll be inside. You'll find me inside. And then just be like looking at each other like, what? I'll be right back. Just, can we just 1 second?
Yeah.
That's how you get him. Like, did he even say his name?
A very bad boy style of going about it. I honestly wish I know this would be weird since we are together, but I wish I would have had you in my ear helping me out through my season. I just need someone to like coach me like that.
I don't think I would have even done it as like out of arrogance. I would have just been like, I don't know. I would have thought that that's funny, and they probably would have taken it as arrogance, and then I would have been fucked. And then like they would have been like, send him home now.
No, you would have been the villain for sure.
No, I wouldn't, because I don't play into that. Like,
It happens to people
you
without.
talked about me and you took your time to talk about me. I'd be like, dude, I don't know you. We've all known each other for a week. Remember? Like, I don't. I never understood that. Like, I get it because dudes are desperate and girls are desperate to like stay on the show, and like if they really do find this person attractive and like want to get to know them, I can see them getting desperate and like start talking about people. But like you don't know anything about these people. And if you did, you probably find out that you probably like each other. You probably would probably hang out, you'd be friends. But instead, they put them in this like high pressure environment. You get one person to try to court 32, what is it, 32 dudes or whatever. Like you're all trying to go after this one girl or two girls in this case, doesn't really make it any better. And they're expecting dudes to like act civil. Actually, I take that back. They're not expecting them to act civil. They're expecting them to be idiots and like assholes, and they do that. They play right into that.
So if someone was talking bad about you in the house and you found out about it, would you just be like, I don't know you, so it doesn't matter? You would probably react.
I'd say, dude, keep talking about me. Like, keep my name in your mouth to her. I don't care if you can make up whatever you want because you're going to take your entire time talking about me. And then I'm also going to take my entire time talking about me. So,
See, this is why I think you would be so good at the show.
I mean, now it's easy for me to say that sitting here. Like, it's easy for me to not like want to put hands on somebody who's like talking about me. But at the same time, that would be so funny to me for like the Bachelorette. I think that's where it would end for me. I really do. I think I would get brought in, like somebody would say something about me. I would get brought in, and this whoever the girl would be, let's say it's you, you would confront me about it. I would start laughing like if it wasn't true. Yeah. I'd be like, listen, I don't know who said that, but they obviously like did not. They don't know anything about me. And I would take it as like a joke, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is so funny. Why don't you just leave?" And then I would be like, "I think you're right. I think I should just leave because this is."
You would have no skin in the game.
I probably wouldn't even appear on an episode. That's how quick. Like they would just be like, "Yeah, don't even." We'll just say that there was 31 dudes. Like,
delete this guy out.
Delete him out of it. It doesn't. He didn't. Yeah, I think that's how it would go.
I still think that you would do well.
I don't.
I think they could, because you'd be outspoken when they needed you to be outspoken, and they'd be like, keep him around.
I mean, I would be outspoken throughout the entire process, but it would probably get to the point where like it's not even like they wouldn't like. I guess what I'm saying is they wouldn't get much out of me. Like they're not. I don't think they would get like a big rise like you see out of some of the other guys who like puff their chest out, get all up in somebody's face, and then like off camera are crying about that same situation and like just how it hurt them and like how they're here for the right reasons and somebody else is messing it all up. And it's like, but it's been a week. It's been a couple of nights.
A lot happens
Everybody
in a
just
week.
breathe.
No one's sleeping. You're on top of each other. You have to play all these dumb games in the Speedo. A lot happens in a week. It can get very frustrating.
I don't like the more I thought about it over the years, the more I would never, I don't think I can do it.
Did anyone ever submit you as a contestant?
No, I mean, not that I'm aware of.
I mean, if they had, they would have called you, so guess not.
I mean, unless they looked at the application like, that's not who we're looking for.
You know what? We'll never know.
We will never know.
Because we're getting married.
If you didn't know.
Can't wait. Yeah, I feel good. So yeah, we're going to be watching this season. I'm here for the drama. I hope it's a good one. I feel like I didn't watch Clayton's season. I really don't know anything about Gabby or Rachel, but I have high hopes for them. And I think they're cool girls. And I love a good cool girl. And I think they're girls. And I just hope that they find what they're looking for. We need a success story. It's been a long time. There's constant mess with the show, but we need some success.
I honestly think it becomes more watchable to the majority of people the more messy that it gets.
That's what frustrated me about the show, though. It's like I wanted to have a genuine experience, and every day there was more mess and more like things that we had to talk about. Even with Paradise, it was just like constantly bullshit that I like in the real world, I wouldn't care about at all. But you're forced to care about it and you're forced to talk about it because that's the only thing that we're talking about for the day, for the week. That's what pissed me off the most. That's what makes it really hard to actually form really genuine conversations or genuine connections because you're just forced to talk about all the bullshit that's happening. Yeah. So let's end this on Nick. You want to give us one last leaving thought or piece of advice?
I actually shook my head like this when she said, "Do you want to do a last leading thought?" And I said, no. And then she proceeded to go, "Okay, Nick, so let's end it with one last leading thought." So here's my last leading thought. If you're going to travel, try to drive if you can. If you have to fly, fly direct. If you can't fly direct, expect the unexpected because airports are an absolute circus right now. And I don't see that changing anytime soon, hopefully, but I don't know if it will.
And get clear while you're at it.
Yeah, this free ad, but no free ads typically. But
you can download it from your phone as you're walking to the security line, as I did that one day. Yeah. Happy travels, happy summer. Have a great rest of July before Nick comes back. Thank you so much for visiting. Not like I'm not going to see you in 5 minutes, but
I'm going to get yelled at the second this podcast is over.
We didn't have any fights this time. We did pretty good.
Well, we'll see. It's still early in the day.
The night is still young, but I had fun, and that's what matters. So thanks for coming on. We love you. I'm speaking for my audience, and
I don't know about that.
I'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
Before you go, guys, make sure that you rate, review, subscribe. It helps me to grow and helps everyone to get to hear Nick out there in the world.
I don't have a...
All right.
Just follow Sydney. I don't have a...
No online presence.
No.
His bio says private figure.
Which, yeah, first time listener, long time caller. Exactly. I mean, come on.
That's exactly what you are.
I know. I'm a troll.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.
Peace.